Hello students, welcome to Text Tutor. In this class, we are going to discuss our third chapter, Electricity, Circuit and their components. We all know that electricity plays a vital role in our daily life. For lighting our house, for charging our electronic device and for various purposes, we use electricity in our everyday life. You are very familiar with the electricity uses. There are lots of uses while using the electricity. So what is electricity? Simply we can say electricity is the flow of charge. So simply we can say electricity is the flow of charge. So in this chapter, we are going to discuss about electricity, the uses of electricity and what is electric circuit and how the electric circuit works and the connection of electric circuit and the components in the electric circuits. Here in this chapter, mainly we discuss about electricity and the uses and the electric circuit. What is an electric circuit? Electric circuit is the path through which this electricity flows. So the components of the electric circuit and the various uses of the electricity is the main content of this chapter. So moving on to the chapter, we can see here is a Nihal and his classmates were excited for their school trip to the Bakranangal Dam. Okay. They would visit the hydroelectric powerhouse where the force of falling water was used to generate electricity. For using or to generate electricity, we uses what? We uses hydroelectric power plant. The hydroelectric power plant in which we uses the energy to generate the electricity. The hydroelectric powerhouse where the force of falling water, that is kinetic energy through the falling water which is converted into the electrical energy. The kinetic energy while falling the water, the kinetic energy forms and this kinetic energy is converted to the electrical energy. So this dam or the hydroelectric power plants, which generate the electricity. So here we can see Nihal and his classmates are very much excited for their school trip. So their school trip is to Bakranangal Dam. So there they are visiting the hydroelectric powerhouse where the force of falling water was used to generate electricity. And they also looked forward to the free 13-kilometer train ride from Nangal in Punjab to Bakra in Himachal Pradesh. Along with the visit of hydroelectric power plant, they are excited for what? They are looking forward to the free 13 kilometers train ride from Nangal in Punjab to Bakra in Himachal Pradesh. Along the beautiful Sutlej River and through the Sivalik Hill. എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഈ travel ചെയ്യുന്നത്? This train travels along the side of Sutlej River and we can see it is Sivalik Hills, through the Sivalik Hills. Prior to the trip, Nihal and his classmates were given a group assignment to prepare a presentation on the uses of electricity. Before going to the trip, the teacher gave the assignment to these children to prepare the presentation based on the uses of electricity. There are various uses of electricity and teacher gave them an assignment, that is to write or prepare a group assignment based on the uses of electricity. They begin by looking around their house and then their school. So then teacher given them an assignment, that is the uses of electricity. So they looked around and they began looking by around their houses. അതായത് അവരുടെ houses look ചെയ്യാൻ തുടങ്ങി. Then they followed by their neighborhood, their cities and finally they searched in the internet. Houses നോക്കി, then schools search ചെയ്തു, then neighborhoods all നോക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ട്, പിന്നെ അവര് ഇന്റർനെറ്റിൽ search ചെയ്തു. To their astonishment, their list kept growing. They decided to organize organize the uses under different heading. There are lots of uses of electricity, and they get so many uses of electricity. So they decide to organize those uses in separate heading or under separate different heading. They then organize these uses of electricity. There are lots of uses. So simply covering all the uses, they decide to they decide to organize these uses of electricity in separate heading. So are you able to find various uses of electricity? Here we can see how they are categorized, or how they gave the heading and make the different uses of electricity. So here we can see cooking. So cooking ഏതൊക്കെ രീതിയിലാണ് നമ്മൾ electricity use ചെയ്യുന്നത് എന്നുള്ളതാണ് first table. So in first table we can see for cooking we uses electric kettles, mixer, grinder, toaster, oven and microwave oven. So cooking purpose we uses electric kettles which uses electrical energy. The mixer grinder we can see in our home there is mixer grinder which uses electrical energy to mechanical energy. Then we can see toaster. Toaster also uses the electrical energy to toast, and in which the electrical energy is converted to the heat energy. And the microwave also uses the electrical energy. These are the equipments by using the electrical energy for cooking the foods. Okay, the first heading they made is cooking. For cooking we uses electric kettle, mixer grinder, toaster, oven, microwave. There are so many other things for cooking we uses electricity. There are so many electrical devices for cooking. Other than this we can add, or we can write air fryer. Air fryer which uses electrical energy to cook the food. Air fryer is there. And there are so much example for the electrical instrument which uses for cooking. അതിൽ ഒന്നാണ് air fryer. You can add നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇതിൽ കുറച്ചുകൂടെ നമ്മളെ ഇലക്ട്രിക് ഡിവൈസ് കൂടെ ആഡ് ചെയ്യാം. Then lighting. For lighting our homes we uses electricity. For lighting our bulbs we uses electricity. For lighting homes, office, street, market and factory we uses electricity. So under lighting we can see homes, office, streets, market, factories, etc. Then for transportation we uses train, bus, scooters, lift, escalator, then trams, electric autos. We can see electric autos. We can see electric rickshaws. That is electric rickshaws. Electric rickshaws. So we know that for transportation we uses electrical trains, electrical bus, electrical cars, scooters, lift, escalator. Then we can see trams, electric rickshaws all work under the electrical energy or while using the electrical energies. Then we can see heating and cooling. So fans, room heater, lift, immersion rods, geyser, refrigerator, air conditioner all uses the electrical energy. For cooling or heating we uses electrical energy. Clear? The next one. For entertainment, we can see for entertainment we uses television, radios, we can have computers, etc. or PlayStations, etc. work under the electricity or while using the electricities. That is PlayStations. So for communication mainly we uses our mobile phones. The charging of mobile phone by using the electricity. We are charging our mobile phone by use of electricity. Then internet we can see there are Wi-Fi modems. Wi-Fi modems are working under the or while using the electricities. So mobile phones, internets, computers, laptops all work under the or while using the electricity or electric chargers. Then other uses are mentioned, that is water pump, cranes, computer, etc. All those uses the electricity. So here are more than seven Up to 7 tables. Up to 7 tables in which we can see the uses of electricity in various fields. There are lots of uses of this electricity. By using the electricity, we can convert the electrical energy to different forms of energy, and we can use this electricity in various our day-to-day life, various processes in our day-to-day life. Here there are cooking, lighting, transportation, heating and cooling, entertainments, communication, and there are lots of examples for this. അതായത് നമ്മൾ എന്താണ് കുക്കിങ്ങിന് here are so many electrical instruments കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്, electrical device which uses എന്താണ് electrical energy, and lightning, homes, office, etc. bulbs, LED bulbs, then incandescent lights all uses the electrical energies. Then we said the transportation, that is electric bus, car, trains, trams, all work by using electrical energies. നിങ്ങൾ ചിലപ്പോൾ നോട്ടീസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടാവും, നമ്മളെ ട്രെയിനുകളുടെ ഇലക്ട്രിക് ലൈനിലൂടെ കണക്ഷൻ ഉണ്ടാവും, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ബൈ യൂസിങ് ദ ഇലക്ട്രിക്കൽ എനർജി. ദെൻ ഹീറ്റിംഗ് ആൻഡ് കൂളിംഗ്, entertainments, communication, and other some examples are given here. So in our daily life, electricity plays a vital role. Electricity plays a vital role in our daily life, and electricity is everywhere. Electricity is everywhere, and the electricity plays a vital role in our day-to-day life. So we said that electricity is the, simply we can say the electricity is the flow of charge. We can say electricity is the flow of charge. So can you help Nihal by adding some more uses to his list? You should help Nihal by adding some more uses. Some uses are given by Nihal, and you should add some more uses of this electricity. Also suggest some other way of grouping the uses of electricity. We can group these uses of electricity in some other ways too. We uses electricity all the time. So let us learn something more about electricity. We know we uses electricity every time and every day. So we must know more about electricity, how electricity should be used, what are the safety precautions we must follow while using the electricity, and what is an electric circuit, what are the components in this electric circuit. We must be aware about all these things. So you have learned earlier that electricity is generated in multiple ways. In your early classes, you have learned that electricity is generated in various ways. Electricity can be generated from solar energy, the energy we are getting from our sun. Then electricity is using we can produce electricity or generate electricity through wind energy, through windmills. We can use tidal energy from the tides, the energy receiving from the tides. The tidal energy can be converted into electrical energy. Then we said in our introduction, that is hydroelectric power plant. Hydroelectric power plant in which the falling water, the energy from the falling water, that is kinetic energy of the falling water, is converted into the electrical energy. So the electricity or the electrical energy is produced from the various ways which you have learned in your previous classes. By windmills, we said by using wind energy we have windmills. By solar panels capturing the sun's energy, solar energy. By solar panels we capture the solar energy and which is converted into the electrical energy. By falling water, the kinetic energy of the falling water is converted into the electrical energy, that we can see in the hydroelectric power plants. Hydroelectric power plants or hydroelectric dam. Falling water, this is hydroelectric power plants. And by using natural gas or coals, by using natural gas or coals, we can use geothermal energy. We uses the geothermal energy and which is converted into the electrical energy. So by using natural gas or coals, we uses the geothermal energy, and this geothermal energy is converted into the electrical energy. So there are various sources of electrical energy which we are using. The electrical energy supply from these sources reaches our homes and factories via wires. We know that in our house the electricity which we are receiving is passed through എന്താണ് വയേഴ്സ് ആണ്. നിങ്ങൾ കാണാറുണ്ടാവും നിങ്ങളെ വീട്ടിന്റെ മുമ്പിൽ നമ്മളെ ഇലക്ട്രിസിറ്റി കണക്ഷൻ വരുന്നത് ത്രൂ വയേഴ്സ് ആണ്. സോ ഇലക്ട്രിസിറ്റി ഈസ് പാസ്ഡ് ത്രൂ ഓർ reaches to our house through home through എന്താണ് ഇലക്ട്രിക് വയേഴ്സ് ആണ്. സോ ഫ്രം ദ സോഴ്സ് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ട്രാൻസ്ഫേർഡ് ടു ദ എന്താണ് എവിടെയാണോ നമുക്ക് വേണ്ടത് ടാർഗറ്റ് സോഴ്സ് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ട്രാൻസ്ഫേർഡ് ത്രൂ ദ വയേഴ്സ്. In our home we mainly uses the hydroelectric energy, that is hydroelectric power plant. The electricity produced in the hydroelectric power plant such as dams etc. we uses this energy for the or from this source we produce the electricity for our എന്താണ് നമ്മൾ households. Again this electricity passes or from the source this electricity passes to the or reaches to our house through the electric wires. നമ്മൾ പറയാറുണ്ട് നമ്മളെ വീട്ടിന് മുൻപിൽ കാണാൻ വൺ കണക്ഷൻ ത്രൂ ദ നമ്മളെ വീട്ടിലേക്കും കാണാറുണ്ട്. So for example at home we plug in various devices to the electrical socket. So at home നമ്മളെ ഹോമിൽ എന്താണ് we plug in various devices to electric socket in the wall. If you are charging your mobile phone or if you are charging your laptop, what will you do? What will you do? For charging we must plug in the socket. We must plug in the socket. Through socket the electricity is passed through the device. We can see that. However, to learn about electricity, we will focus on portable source of electricity that most of us may have used. Let us start with its use in common device like torchlight. We know we uses electricity through some portable devices or portable source of electricity that which are most familiar for you. We said that for charging our mobile phones we are plugging into the sockets. So in this chapter we are learning more about the electricity and the portable sources of electricities. There are more portable sources of electricity. You will learn one by one in this chapter. So let us start with a common device which is torchlight. You are very familiar with torchlight. എല്ലാവരുടെ വീട്ടിലും torchlight ഉണ്ടാവും. So we are starting our portable source of electricity with a common device, that is torchlight. Before which here is a caution we can see. The danger sign on electric poles and our electric appliance warn people that electricity can be dangerous if not carefully handled. We know that electricity will be dangerous if we are not using it safely. There we must be careful while using the electricity and we must be safety precautions ഒക്കെ follow ചെയ്യണം. We must follow the safety precautions and we must be careful while using these electricities. So if we are seeing a danger sign on the electric plug or any source of electricity, we must be careful. So never ever perform experiments with power supply at your home or school. For doing our experiments or any school related project, or we must not use the electricity which electric supply or power supply at your home or even in the school. അതായത് നമ്മൾ സ്കൂൾ ഹൗസിലൊക്കെ ഉള്ള പ്ലഗ്സുകളില്ലേ, don't use that power supplies. അതായത് സ്കൂളിലൊക്കെ ഉള്ള പവർ സപ്ലൈ യൂസ് ചെയ്ത് don't run the experiments. We must use the cells. Even electricity from portable generator can be dangerous. Use only batteries or cells like those in torchlights, wall clock, radios, remote for experiments in the electricity. അതായത് നമ്മൾ electricity related experiments ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ while we are doing the experiments related to electricity, we must be aware and we must not use the power supply to the homes or in the school. We must use cells or batteries. Okay, we must be careful while doing the experiment related to the electricity and the power supplies in the school or homes will be dangerous. അത് കുറച്ച് നമ്മൾ പ്രിക്കോഷൻ എടുത്തില്ലെങ്കിൽ കുറച്ച് ഡേഞ്ചറസ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള കാര്യമാണ്. കുറച്ച് എമൗണ്ട് ഓഫ് ഇലക്ട്രിസിറ്റി ഹയറും കൂടാണ്. So we must use cells or batteries for performing the simple experiments. Okay. Then you are very familiar with the cells. You can see inside the torchlight, you can see batteries. Inside the clocks, inside the battery, inside watches, we can see there are inside remotes, TV remotes, you can see two batteries. Using these batteries, you can perform the simple experiments of the electricity. You should not use the electricity or the power supply at your home or even in the school. You should use cells or batteries for performing the electrical experiments. Okay. നമ്മുടെ ഈ പോർട്ടബിൾ സെൽസുകളില്ലേ, ബാറ്ററീസ്, സെൽസുകൾ, അതിനൊക്കെ സേഫ്റ്റി ആണ് അത് എൻഷുർ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. അത് അത്ര ഡേഞ്ചറസ് ആയിരിക്കില്ല. നമ്മൾ ഈ പ്ലഗുകളിലൊക്കെ ഉള്ള ഇലക്ട്രിസിറ്റി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഹാംഫുൾ ആണ്, ഡേഞ്ചറസ് ആണ്, ഇലക്ട്രിക് ഷോക്ക് കിട്ടാനുള്ള ചാൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. Okay, next one. So, simple electrical device, that is torchlight. You are very familiar with this torchlight. Why does the torch lamp glow in one position of its switch? You might have used a torchlight, also called a torch or a flashlight. This is called torchlight, or we can say it is a flashlight. While using the torchlight, here is a part. ഇവിടെ നമ്മൾ എന്താ ചെയ്യുക, ഓൺ ആക്കും, ഓർ വി ക്യാൻ ഓഫ് ദിസ് പാർട്ട്. വൈൽ നമ്മൾ ഫോർവേഡ് ആണ് മൂവ് ചെയ്യുന്നതെങ്കിൽ ദിസ് ടോർച്ച് ലൈറ്റ്സ് അപ്പ്. അതായത് ഇത് നമ്മൾ ഒരു ഡയറക്ഷനിലേക്ക്, ഓൺലി ഇൻ സിംഗിൾ ഡയറക്ഷൻ ദിസ് ടോർച്ച് ലൈറ്റ്സ്. അതായത് ഇപ്പൊ സപ്പോസ് ദിസ് ബട്ടൺ ഓൺ ദ ഫോർവേഡ് ഡയറക്ഷൻ ക്യാൻ ലൈറ്റ് അപ്പ് ദ ടോർച്ച് ലൈറ്റ് ആൻഡ് ദ ബാക്ക്വേർഡ് ഡയറക്ഷൻ ഇറ്റ് ക്ലോസസ് ദ ലൈറ്റ്. Then here he is asking that why does the torch lamp glow in one position of its switch? Only the one position of the switch this torch lamp lights. അതായത് ഓൺലി വൺ പൊസിഷൻ. അതായത് either ഫോർവേഡ് മൂവ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴാണ് ഒന്നുകിൽ ടോർച്ച് ലൈറ്റ് കത്തുന്നത്, ഓർ ഈവൻ ബാക്ക്വേർഡ് മൂവ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ അത് എന്താണ് ടേൺ ഓഫ് ആവുകയാണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അതായത് വൺ ഡയറക്ഷൻ ഓൺലി ആണ് ലൈറ്റ്സ് അപ്പ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. വൈ? അതാണ് പറയുന്നത്. Let us explore. Take a torchlight similar to the one shown in the figure. If you are having a torchlight, please take that torchlight which is similar to the picture shown. Which is similar to this torch. If you are having a torchlight, please take that torchlight. Then observe it carefully. Observe that torchlight carefully. Do you notice a lamp and a switch? You can notice a lamp inside. And a switch on its outer part. Here you can see a switch. Here you can see a switch. And you can see a bulb or a lamp inside this torch. You can see a lamp inside this torch, and here outer you can see a switch. Slide its switch and observe. Does the torchlight lamp glows? If you are sliding the switch of the torchlight in forward direction, you can see this torchlight lights up. If you are sliding the switch backward direction, you can see the lights off. Lights of the flashlight gets off. So now slide the switch back to the original position and observe the torch lamp. We can see while we are sliding the switch to backward direction, we can see the lights turns off. Lights of the flashlight turns off. You might have noticed that in the first position of the switch, the torch lamp glows, and in the other position, the torch lamp does not glow. So we said while we are sliding forward, the torchlight lamps. While we are sliding backward of the torchlight, it is turned off. We can see in the one direction only the torchlight lamps, and while in the other direction the torchlight doesn't lights. Okay. Now open the torchlight. Now you can open your torchlight. What do you find inside? While we are opening our torchlight, we can see battery inside our torchlight. You may be noticed inside our torch we can see batteries. Inside the torchlight you may find two or more electric cells. So for batteries we are saying electric cells. So while we are opening the torchlight, we can see inside the torchlight there are 2 or more battery cells or electric cells are seen inside the torch. So while you are observing, you can see inside our torch there are electrical cells. So you are now familiar with the torch or the flashlight. In flashlight, we can see that while we are sliding our switches to the forward direction, we can see the flashlight lights up, and while we are sliding our switches backwards direction, the flashlight turns off. And while we are opening the our flashlight inside the torch cell or inside the flashlight, we can see there are 2 or more electric cells. 2 or more electric cells are present in a torchlight. You are very familiar with the torchlight. We have learned a simple electric circuit, simple electrical device, that is a flashlight. Flashlight have a switch, and we can see electric cells inside the flashlight and a lamp. So flashlight, എന്തൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ കണ്ടിട്ടുള്ളത്? Switch is the part which we are sliding forward and backward direction. Switch is the part which we are sliding in forward and backward direction to light up the flashlight and to turn off the flashlights. Then we can see bulb. You notice the bulb in front of the torchlight. You can see a bulb in front of the flashlight. Through bulb, when we are sliding forward direction through this bulb, the lights comes out. While we are sliding backward direction, the lights off. So the flashlight which gives light through bulb. And while opening the flashlight, you have observed the electric cells, 2 or more electric cell. It may vary based on different flashlights. Minimum there are 2 electric cells. You can see 2 or more electric cells in a flashlight. Flashlight is a simple device which we uses electrical energy. So in which the electrical energy which uses and we produce light energy. So in flashlight we are using for light. So this light energy is produced from the electrical energy. So it is clear, flashlight in which electrical energy is used up and it produces light energy. Flashlight, electrical energy, in which electrical energy is used and it produces light energy. And a flashlight contains a switch which we are sliding forward and backward direction and a bulb, and there are 2 or more electric cells. Okay. So flashlightനെ പറ്റിയാണ് നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ളത്. ഫ്ലാഷ്ലൈറ്റ് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആയി. Then നെക്സ്റ്റ് ക്ലാസ്സിൽ നമുക്ക് നെക്സ്റ്റ് ഡിവൈസിനെ പറ്റിയാണ് പറയേണ്ടത്. നെക്സ്റ്റ് ഇലക്ട്രിക് ഡിവൈസ് which will be discussing in our next class. So thank you.